morning. It is April the 20th, 2015, Marathon Monday, here in Boston. It is a little dreary outside. I think it's supposed to rain most of the day or some of the day. First and foremost, I wanted to say that I lied to you yesterday because I didn't actually shave at all yesterday. So I was gonna, and then I didn't. Got too busy and just didn't. For once, what only happens very infrequently, didn't feel up to it. Honestly, I was busy. I was out and about. I had a bunch of homework, and I just kind of didn't want to. Didn't even shower. Gross, huh? Didn't even shower. But I have showered. I'm nice, clean, smelling. We're going to do what I was going to do yesterday. So we're going to go Lavanille with the newly acquired Mr. Too Nice Guy grooming company Plaisson knotted grooming products brush, which I've only used once so far, but I quite enjoyed it. So much so that I'm selling my current Plaisson brush. I hate having excess things hanging around that other people could enjoy, so I try to get rid of them as regularly as I feel necessary. I haven't used Lavanille in a very, very long time, probably a couple of months. It's a very dry puck when I opened it, so I really had to bloom it for quite a while. And it still feels a little bit harder than it usually would. But we'll make it work. We'll get there. We'll get to where it's supposed to be. This is a great weekend for me. Was busy. Got all the stuff done that I needed to get done. Got some sleep, which was nice. Weird hours, but I did get it. Because most of you know that I work nights at a hospital, so I worked, let's see, I got out of work at 7:30 on Saturday morning, as I usually do. As you can see, when I'm pushing against this, by the way, if anybody who hasn't used this brush, you can see that display takes quite a while to get there. There's quite a bit of backbone on these brushes, which makes them a pleasure to use, so far at least. I think we're going to be a bit dry here. Let me preemptively fill the sink. That should be good. I think we're good on water too, actually. So let's see, what did this weekend consist of? So before I started taking all these classes, I was starting to get involved in the Boston longboarding community, which is a fantastic community. And unfortunately, because of my schedule, I'm not able to be as much of a part of it as I would be otherwise. But it's things you gotta do to make your future better, something like that. So it's worth it, I think. But they had an event up on Mission Hill. For anybody who knows the areas of Boston, but for those who don't, it is a pristine longboarding spot, some great hills. We're getting some decent speed up there. And I hadn't seen a lot of these folks in goddamn 6-8 months, just because of how fucking busy my schedule is, unfortunately. Okay, this is a above the tie S2 with a Tritron R3 Blade in there. for anybody who's curious. Still one of my favorite blades. I have to pick up more of them. I did get about 50 blades this past week from Maggard. But I have a feeling. Ooh, I caught myself. I have a feeling I'm gonna want more of these because these are fantastic blades. Some of the best blades I've ever used. But anyways, so yeah, I headed up on Mission Hill after getting about 4 hours of sleep on Saturday morning. Went up there, saw a lot of good people that, like I said, I hadn't seen in quite a while. It was nice to see them, but then I realized quickly that I have an essay that was due last night that I really hadn't started yet, so I ducked out about 4, got home. Well, actually, I went to the Prudential Center Mall, stopped off at the L'Occitane store, picked up a new bar of soap. Because what I had was pretty much gone. And hung around there for probably a half an hour deciding if I should spend more of my money, which I'm pretty low on this month, unfortunately. And decided that I probably should just stick to the soap. I did pick up a small tube of, hand cream because it was inexpensive. Ooh, excuse me. Sorry about that. And so yeah, then went home, busted out like a page of that essay. Went down to the skate house to meet them up again for some food and drinks. And I was there till like fucking 10:30 at night or so, which isn't that late, but I had only gotten 3 hours of sleep and was feeling tired as shit. So went home, passed out. Yesterday, finished up that essay, and maybe a little dry there. Yeah, then I finished that essay, and then I was feeling a bit of cabin fever because I really don't get to go out too much because again my schedule is fucking ridiculous. So I was like, you know what, fuck it, I'm gonna go bum around Harvard Square for a bit, and kind of forgot that it was Marathon Monday here, and so the square was a bit busier than it usually is, and it usually is pretty packed, but. Got there and checked out some headphones because I'm in the market in the near future, getting some new headgear because what I've been using for the last 4 years has started to get kind of funky, and when you use something every day, it tends to break down after a period of time, and my headphones do get abused, so it's time to replace them. Oh yeah, by the way, somebody commented a couple weeks ago about my ridiculously manly armpit hair, so if you don't enjoy that, it's okay. You can just move to a different tab. Do your thing if you need to. But anyways, so I checked out some headphones for a couple of hours and decided that I needed to get about another $100 in savings before I could really pull the trigger on something. That's all right. It shouldn't take me too long. But I didn't want to fork over the cash before I made sure I had it, you know. But then I went to the record store. Went to Armageddon in Harvester, which is a great record store for people who are really into, like, you know, punk and heavy metal music and noise, those kind of genres. It's a great place. A little bit of a hole in the wall, but excellent quality all around. I haven't found anything there that's not pristine. Even if it's used, it's usually in fantastic condition. It's nice to have that kind of confidence with a record store. I wasn't expecting to spend any money, but I ended up throwing down about $40 on some things. But I really do enjoy them. I know Mr. Too Nice Guy is really into metal, so I don't know if he listens to like Pentagram, but that's the CD that I picked up. It wasn't super expensive, and it's good quality. Maybe I'll do a 3-pass today. All right, I think I'm doing pretty good here. I know some people don't towel off after every pass, but I do it because it helps me manage water levels, and I find that usually it works pretty well for that. I know some people don't even really wash off or water down their face after each pass, but I've been doing that forever, and it seems to work pretty well. Like I said, I really have been enjoying this brush, though. It does seem a little bit small. I know the handle's full of lather, but it's a pretty small brush, and I do have very tiny hands because I'm a very tiny person. So if you have really large hands, I could see it being a bit small for you, but for me, it's actually really nice. You could probably, I mean, if you were to have bigger hands, you could probably just give it the whole hand grip. So I got about 4 weeks until the end of the semester here, which is good and a bit nerve-wracking. I do have, I don't know, four more papers to do, maybe 5. So hopefully they'll come out as good as the rest of the semester. I've been doing pretty well, fortunately. And then as soon as the semester's over, and I get my passport, which is a big question, really. I hope I don't need to expedite it. I'll be leaving May, I think 14th. May 14th or 16th, whatever that Friday is. Going to Montreal for a big music festival out there. Should be exciting. I'll be there for, I don't know, 2 or 3 days. And then a couple weeks after that, I'm heading to Chicago. And I know a lot of people here aren't big fans of the Facebook groups, and that's totally understandable. I really do. I really, really do understand that. Trust me. But I've actually been talking to a bunch of the guys off there, and a lot of them are really nice. And they're all meeting up at the middle of June. And so I figured I needed a good excuse to get away for the weekend. So what better reason than that, really? And then my uncle's going to come up from Atlanta towards the end of that weekend and join me up there. So it should be a good time. I actually don't think I need to do this one again. I think the mustache is pretty good. Just right there. Yeah, that's good. Feels good to me. All right, I think we're good here. All right, now we're good here. All right, empty the sink real quick. And we're gonna finish this off in a minute with the box cream, or the Baux cream. I forget exactly how you pronounce it, but that's it. And we're gonna close this out. Have a wonderful week, and I'll see you probably next Monday. We'll see how it goes. Like I said, a lot of classwork to do, but enjoy yourselves. Man tits. Signing out.